Hello, welcome to Not Fake News. We have another clip of Brunella. She is the best. This is a classic. It's maybe about 3 weeks old or maybe a little longer. Just destroying this woman here, who's already been destroyed because Hillary Clinton lost. She was a long-time Hillary supporter. This guy here just sits there pretty quiet in the grand spectrum of things, but watch this.
So, Brunella, the flip side of this is, for the life of me, I don't understand questioning someone like John Lewis, saying that they're all talk, no action. He is the definition, the walking, living, breathing definition of action, isn't he?
What I would say is this, he is a civil rights icon, but that does not make him infallible. It doesn't make him perfect. And even he can be wrong in his judgment here. And what I'll say is this, constitutionally, we've been here in this nation the way we have, strong and tall, because the presidents and elected officials all, upheld the Constitution. And the Constitution requires a smooth transition of power. And what I will say also is this, these people have been elected and the nation is watching. Donald Trump has said that he's going to put billions of dollars into the inner cities. And so what I would say to them is to, support the president-elect, begin to have that friendly conversation. Let's make this peaceful.
The nation is watching, Brunella. I couldn't agree more with you on that. So the nation watches and listens when the president-elect engages, and that's a euphemism, with people constantly on Twitter, whether it be Meryl Streep, whether it be the intelligence community, whether it be Congressman John Lewis. The world is watching. People are watching. African Americans are watching. So,
I'm one of them.
So yes. So when you go after someone like John Lewis and say all talk, no action, how does that help to heal?
I'm one of them, unlike you.
President-elect Donald Trump helping to move forward right now?
What I'll tell you is this, Donald Trump was on that plane crisscrossing this nation like the Terminator. We watched him. We saw the RNC had boots on the ground for 4 years building up to that electoral landslide on November 8th. And what I'll say is Donald J. Trump is a person. He is not perfect. And, honestly, with the way the media treated him, slammed him during the election, and the disrespect continues, of course you're going to see a human response. He's hurt. I mean, who wouldn't be hurt when people who are elected, who are supposed to be supporting a smooth transition of power, are out there telling people that the presidency isn't legitimate when the American people spoke very loud and clear? But you are correct. It is time to heal. It is time for this divide to heal, because the nation, the world is watching. When we are strong, the world is strong. When we are weak, the world is unstable. And so I think that we as Americans, as elected officials, as people who love this great nation, as patriots, we have got to stop talking about race. Let's talk about how we're going to love each other and make this nation.
See how quiet this woman is? She is never, ever, that woman on the left, ever this quiet. And I don't know if you missed it, but you could back it up a second. You see her face. I'll back it up this way you can hear. You know what all right. Watch. It's the only time she makes an expression when she mentions race. That's her trigger point.
Great nation, as patriots, we have got to stop talking about race. Let's talk about how we're going to love each other and make this nation better. And the first way we can do that, John Lewis can do that, those 23 Democrats and others who want to boycott can do that. They can attend that inaugural and then go across that table with the president-elect, and let's help these inner cities. Our children are dying. They're dying.
John, that was beautiful. But the fact of the matter
is the truth
that the president-elect is the one.
Did I tell you, or did I tell you?
Stoking this, that's really stoking this divide in the nation. The president-elect.
Did I tell you, or did I tell you? Look at the both of them. The only person you hear is Brunella.
Our children are dying. Do you understand that?
They're dying. So John, it's the president-elect that has yet to meaningfully come to the table where women are concerned, where people of color are concerned, Latinos, Native Americans, African Americans, where the disabled community is concerned. He's disparaged all of these communities. So one could even argue that appointing Ben Carson, nominating him as the Secretary of HUD is, in fact, demonstrating that he is not serious about his engagement of African American communities. I'm frankly just tired and disturbed by Donald Trump's repeated stereotypical characterization of black and brown communities in inner cities, saying they're infested with crime, they're drug infested, that they're not the best communities. That is what Donald Trump automatically reverted to when he decided to attack John Lewis, and that is the behavior that needs a course correction.
Would you prefer if Mr. Trump, our president, said, the inner cities are great, they're wonderful, they got huge buildings filled with people, it's just beautiful, it's perfect over there? No, right? You'd be, if he did that, you'd say, this is horrible over here, the inner cities are falling apart, there's crime, there's this, there's that. That you would be saying what Trump is saying. Whatever Trump says, you're going to say the opposite. If he went and if he literally walked on water, you would have a bad thing to say. You would say, well, obviously he can't swim. Just go into your shell, whatever you, I don't even know your name, still don't know your name because you mean nothing.
I may respond to that, sir. What I will say is this. John Lewis attacked the president-elect first. Just because he's a civil rights icon, that does not give him the right to disrespect our leaders in authority, especially our 45th president. And what I'll say is this. Many of these communities in the African-American, not all of them, but many of them are crime-infested, and that's the truth. The truth is bitter, but we have to swallow it. If we don't start telling the truth, how do we fix these communities? How do we answer the cry of our children who are filling up the prisons and the morgues? And so what I will say is this, we've got to be honest, Ms. Simone.
That has to do with systemic racism and the fact that we need real course corrections in our criminal justice system.
Absolutely.
And Donald Trump has yet to give a plan for meaningful engagement for those things in our community. So I'm all the rest.
At the time this happened, he was in like 3 days or maybe a week. At the most, 2 weeks. It would be the very, very most 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks ago. And 2 weeks from when he actually became president. That was what they were doing a lot of. He hasn't done anything. They started this day 2 or day 3 with all kinds of accusations how he hasn't done anything yet after the 3rd day. This is like maybe 2 weeks or a week. I'm not sure.
Rhetoric is not enough. Rhetoric is not gonna.
Rhetoric in her words when he speaks about things.
Not going to keep our kids out of the criminal justice system. Rhetoric is not going to bring back jobs. We need action. And Donald Trump is all talk, no action.
We needed it for the last
After
8 years.
2 weeks.
Quickly, President-elect Trump canceled plans to visit the Civil Rights Museum on the Washington Mall today. Do you think he should go? Is that somewhere where he would benefit from visiting?
You know what? I would say this. The president-elect, if he made the decision to not visit, I'm sure that there is a reason that is probably just... He just probably couldn't make it. I don't know his schedule.
He's adverse to stepping
foot into black and brown. I don't think that he is adverse to stepping foot into black and brown communities. What he is adverse to is being attacked when he is the only person I've heard talk about putting $100 billion in the African American and Latino communities in the next 8 years. So it's not that. It's surely a scheduling conflict.
Starting Friday, he will be president of the United States.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people.
Oh, did you hear that? So this is a few days before he even became president. Amazing. Amazing. You are amazing. She's paid by the Clintons and Obama administration. She's paid by the leftists. And she got blown away. Stayed quiet most of the time.
Go after you from every direction there. So
Absolutely.
he will, as the legitimately elected president, he will face a lot of that starting on Friday. Simone Sanders, Brunella, thanks so much for being with us. Really appreciate it.
God bless you and God bless America.
All right, well.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe below if you haven't already subscribed. If you like what we're doing here at Not Fake News, please like the video. It's important and it means a lot. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time at Not Fake News.